Hold on, Taters. Give me about 60 seconds. Give me 60 seconds.
That's what we become. That's what we become. That's what we become. That's what we become. Been around a little bit, but not as long as Littlefoot. Oversensitive, and then we blame it
All
on
right,
political.
all right, all right. Enough of that junk. Ugh. Yeah. What's up there, Taters? How y'all doing? Okay, where am I? Here I am. Guys, this is like impromptu because it's like I have to make sure everything is in order. So hold on, because I'm still prepping, but I didn't want you guys to, that music was horrible. It was hurting my ears. And I didn't want you guys to sit through that. So hold on. I was like, oh my God, what the hell is this? This thing is ear raping me. Oh my God, it's ear raping me. Oh, I can't put you guys through that. Okay, hold on. Excuse me for a second here. Because I have, no, let's see. No, I'm not going to do my soundboard today. I only saved that for my second and third channel. Actually, more for my second channel than I do for this one. This channel, because this channel has been choked, as you could tell from the success of my second channel. My second channel is so successful. This channel is just, it's more of an archive, and it's more of to leave my footprint so I can do told you so, told you so, told you so, I told you so, I told you so. So that's what this is. I really haven't, all of my serious videos are uploaded on my second and third channel. This channel, more, I think the next serious video I will upload to this channel is what is the Republican plantation? And the script is basically finished for that, but not necessarily. So hold on a second. So let me still get some things set up here, guys. So hold on. Okay. Okay, here we go. All right, so we'll get into that in a minute. So hey chat, how y'all doing? How are you all? So today, you guys know, you can just count on it. If something big happens that proves me right about Candace, it is, you please know that I'm going to make a main video on this channel. And I was thinking about, well, what presentation do I present? Because the last one I did, The Confessions of a Coon, leaving the Republican conservative plantation, was effectively executed. And I wanted to make sure that I had a synopsis of what I was going to go over. And I do. And so we're going to go over that today. I just want to say for the record that I am happy that I am independent. I feel free. And if anybody feels like me, regardless of your race, but particularly if you're black and you hate identity politics, you hate the racism on the Republican/conservative side, just leave. Go independent. I'm going to let you know right now that it feels so good to be independent. It feels so good to not be a part of anybody's political party and cult, where you're not allowed to have your own opinion. Everything is more of a hive mind. And basically, if you say things that are outside of the hive mind, you'll get a whooping. But when you're independent, you can have independent thought. You can have independent words. You can be free. You are free when you're independent. But when you're part of any group, Democrat, Republican, liberal, or conservative, you are bound by a set of rules that the upper class people within that party, within that group, have given to you, that they've bestowed this on you, upon you. And so when you're your own person, your Lord and Master, then no one tells you what to do. No one tries to control your speech, and no one sits up here and says, you need to start attacking this person because they're black and you're black and we don't have that many black people. So here we are. I really encourage people to definitely go independent, especially if you're black. Just the Republican conservative side is just as racist, and I'm going to show you in a minute. But here is the thing about it is that I want to show you why so many white racists support Candace, because now that Candace is falling, oh boy, is she falling. You still have these racist white conservatives and Republicans still holding on for her for dear life, but they have to, and I'm going to explain why they have to. We already know that most, I would have to say over 90% of the black men that are here on YouTube that are calling themselves conservative and that are followers of Candace are eunuchs. These are men who have had their balls cut off. These are men who are submissive, beta. Oh my God, they so damn beta, they damn near Charlie. These are the type of men that, if somebody breaks in their house, instead of, grabbing a gun, they'll be on the phone like, 911, ah! 911, please, somebody's breaking in my house. And they'll say, and the operator will be like, don't worry, man, what's your address? I'm a man, I'm not a man, I'm not a man. I'm a man, I'm a man. Ah! Please send somebody over here. These Negroes' voices will get higher than mine. Woo! I swear. They are such bitch-made niggas. Oh, they're bitch-made niggas. I'm telling you. I wouldn't fuck with these niggas. I swear. That you did. These are the ones like that. That's why Candace surrounds herself with them, because it's just like having women with penises around you. You know what I'm saying? But here's the thing. We already know that the black men that support Candace are all eunuchs. All of them. All of them. There's no hashtag all. And if they got a problem, holla at me. But you won't, because you a bitch-made nigga. Because y'all are soft. Y'all are cowards. You yellow bellies. You ain't gonna step to no sister like me, because you know I'll fucking destroy you with facts. I won't cuss you out. I won't be mean to you. Won't hurt your feelings. I'll just slap you in the face with facts. I've done it before. But the white people that support Candace are doing it not because they care about blacks. They actually, it's the total opposite. They don't. They need her for their agenda. So we're going to go into that. And by the way, white nationalists and you inbred alt-righters, I know you love me. I know you are fascinated with me. I know you. Where's my tweezers? I got some tweezers here. I had some tweezers here. Oh, here we go. Here we go. You take these tweezers every time you see me on the YouTube, not YouTube, but the YouTube. You take these tweezers, put your little ding-a-ling in here, and you go, Triologic is here. Triologic. I just want to laugh when I see stupid white people talk about Why would a white nationalist be, fascinated with Candace? She's black. So what? She's black. I'm black, and these freaking inbreds can't get enough of me. And it's like they get turned on when I reject them, when I cuss them out, when I get my mods to ban them. It's like they get off on it, and they do. Remember, I used to be a not dominatrix. I know what these emperors like. They like a dominant black woman. Now, what's the difference between me and Candace? Well, they get off on seeing Candace beat up on other black people, talk down upon other black people, be condescending to other black people. They take these tweezers like, yeah, Candace, tell those niggers. Oh! That's why they like Candace. Yes, she's a black woman. She is aggressive. She's a bitch-made woman too, then she's scared of me. But see, here's the thing. They like a black woman who attacks other black men and other black women and the black community. This is something they have always been doing to blacks for years. I told you guys on Coon Confessions that I'm the one they can't do that with. I'm not their pit bull. I am not their pet. You cannot make me go attack black people so that you can get your rocks off. So you can take tweezers and jank off your ding-a-ling, and then the girl's gonna rub one out. I'm not here for your sexual pleasure. So then what they do is they look at Candace because she is their pit bull. And then what these white inbred nationalists with me is that because they see me have debates with Richard Spencer, because they see me have pleasant conversations with Mr. Jared Taylor, see me had a friendly debate with Mike Enoch, see me slap that Botox inbred bitch made motherfucking David Duke. They have this warped thinking that she's almost there. If I harass her enough, she's going to come to our side. When white people say that Candace Owens cannot have any influence on white nationalists, and by the way, I'm not saying that Candace Owens had anything to do with that shooting. I am not. She did not inspire it. She did not motivate that guy to do it. I am not saying that is not the case. White nationalists are crazy. All of them. Hashtag all of them. The alt-right is full of stupid people. And they also have members that are black. You also have black people who white nationalists love. Like, that guy T. So I don't understand and there's lots of others. Lots of other blacks, it's not that many, who are darlings of the alt-right. And because Candace said Hitler was making Germany great, it was his expansion plan is where he went wrong. They fell in love with her. But she's black. And anytime some stupid white person says Candace Owens is black, I'm like, so? Because you can't say the fact that white nationalists, hate her. No. They love her. They love her for what she is doing to blacks, how she represents blacks, and what she is actually just basically co-signing for racist whites to be racist, openly racist. So let's go ahead and get started here, because I want to go ahead and get into this lesson plan here. Hold on. Now, before I get into this article, we'll get to that article later. Hold on, guys. Okay. I hope not. Oh, that's not going to work. Hold on, guys. That's not going to work. Is this gonna work? Y'all gotta please be patient with me because you know what? I might have to use my second monitor because I cannot, for some reason. How is that looking, guys? Can you guys see this? See the presentation? How is that looking? You guys can't see it? Wait a minute, somebody said. Hold on. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna have to use my other computer. Hold on. It's so different when I'm on this channel. Hold on a second. Oh, I see what's going on. Ah, okay. Okay, I see what happened. Okay, I see. I see. Okay, hold on, guys. I. All right, let's see how that looks. No, what the hell is going on? Is it? All right, I know what I know what I'm gonna have to do. I'm going to have to delete this. Yeah, want me to sing to you while I'm getting this? I know you're probably saying, "No, don't sing." Okay, I'm gonna fix it. I know exactly what I need to do now. Let's see. All right, I know what to do now. Okay. There we go. Although I'm gonna have to. All right, now we're cooking. No, we're not cooking. I have to put, hold on. We're not cooking yet. No, we're not cooking yet. I gotta fix something. Now we're cooking. There we go. That looks better. Okay. All right. We're fine now. Okay. So let me turn this away. And I got a donation. Let me see what the donation is saying. Oh, I hate to see the donate. Okay, I'm gonna have to use this for the donation thing because it's gonna mess up the lab here. All right, hold on, guys. Excuse me. Give me a chance. Okay. All right. So what we have here, okay, we have a donation from Myra. Myra says, for a brief second, I thought I was tripping on mushrooms. No, you're not tripping on mushrooms there. Okay. All right, here we go. So here we ooh, my mods are in, my mods ain't playing today. My mods are in here. All right, so here we go. The 10 reasons why white racist conservatives and white racist Republicans, in addition to Nazis, love Candace Owens. Reason number one, she comes from the white community. When Candace first came out, she tried to lie and say she grew up poor. And that's when I came in and basically showed receipts that that's far from the truth. Candace Owens grew up in a very, very upper middle class, gated white community. All of her friends were white. All of her boyfriends were white. The only people that were black were her and her help. That was the only black people Candace have ever associated with. And she grew up proper. She grew up privileged. She grew up in white society under white culture. No judgment here. It's no judgment. What I'm saying is that This is an important reason why white races love her. When they look at Candace, they hear a white woman. They don't see a white woman, but they hear one. They hear someone, hence why you always hear these racist white people say, oh, Candace is so articulate. She's so articulate. Same thing they used to say about Obama. So therefore, they can relate to Candace because Candace is one of them. She just have a permanent tan. That's all. She knows their customs. She knows their language. She's been around them all. Not me. And what I'm saying is that there's no judgment here because I did not grow up in white culture. I grew up in black culture. But what I'm saying is this. Even though I have no ties to the black community, I came from there. Therefore, I understand them. Candace, not only is she a descendant of immigrants who came, her grandfather came here from the Virgin Islands. She never referred to herself as black until she became a conservative to get that white money, baby. And the thing about it is this: blacks trust someone who is not a descendant of slave. They trust someone who is more out of a black person who is not reared or not a descendant of slaves here in America. They can control them more. They have more in common with them more. Hashtag not all. But with Candace just, if you just put some white makeup on her, you see a white woman. I find it a slap in the face for these racist white people to insist that Candace is going to be the Moses of the black community. And black people are not easily fooled. They can listen to a black person. They can look at a black person. They can see how they act and how they behave and how they dress and how their mannerism. And they can instantly, it's just an instinct. They can instantly see, you ain't one of us. But white people can look at Candace and say, one of us, but she's black. Therefore, a black woman who comes from the white community cannot represent black people. But white racists don't care because they'll have more way of controlling someone like Candace than any other conservative who came from the hood or the black community. Reason number 2, she's not ADOS. Now, I kind of already got into that. Now, no, those of you who are probably seeing what's going around, like ADOS means an American descendant of slaves. When I did a video on Candace last year in February, I was dog whistling big time to the black community. And I said something that triggered the creators of ADOS. I said, Candace isn't a descendant of slaves. That her grandfather came here with a lot of money, started businesses as the upper middle class, and blended into white communities. And therefore, had children, and those children are the parents of Candace. She can never relate to anybody in the black community. She can't relate to black people unless they too grew up in the white community. And if you notice, other blacks, no judgment here, but I'm just showing you how birds of a feather flock together. If you notice, y'all never seen Diamond and Silk and Candace all hugged up together, did you? Did you ever want to know why? Now, y'all know the bitch tried to get me killed by trying to dox me, and she tried to dox little kids. So obviously, she and I ain't gonna never hang. But you have to understand, why is it that there are prominent black women and black men who do come from those beginnings, humble beginnings, who come from black communities, don't fuck with Candace? Not only is she not Adolf, you can't trust her because she thinks she's better than blacks who are Adolf. She thinks she is better than blacks who are descended of slaves. And you can always tell by the way she talks to black people. I think I showed you guys that video. I have it again. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can find that video again for you guys. Let me see if I can find that video where she is very condescending. Here we go. This is the video.
I don't know why people like being oppressed. It's the weirdest thing I've ever heard. I love oppression. Thing I've ever heard. I love oppression.
This is her.
We're oppressed. 400 years of slavery, Jim Crow, which, by the way, none of you guys lived through. Your grandparents did, and it's embarrassing that you utilize their history. You utilize their history, and you come in here with more emotion than they ever had when they were living through it. More emotion than they ever had when they were living through it. It's embarrassing. You're not living through anything right now. You're overly privileged Americans. It's what's going on right now. Over here shouting, and I want to say some more. I'm not done. Over here shouting and booing the officers.
Okay, so this is what I'm saying, that people who are from the black community, we would never get in front of a white man and basically berate other black people, put down other black people in front of white people who told us to do that. Why? Because our ancestors did that. Why should we mimic that as free black people? I also find it humiliating to be told to attack black people because white people are too cowardly. And by the way, this is not all white people. It's all of Candace's white followers and supporters. Hashtag all of them. These people are too weak, too cowardice to fight their own battles when it comes to black people. So they want to get a pit bull to do it. They try to give me, I told them to go fuck themselves. And now they got their black woman, Candace Owens. Third reason, she is the black puppet for white supremacists. Have you ever want to know why Candace have never denounced white nationalists? Have you ever wanted to know why she never disavowed Nazis? She has a Nazi following. She has a white nationalist following. I don't understand. Like, she has lots of white nationalists who financially support her. They fucking love her. They hate my black ass, but they love her. And I keep telling y'all, these white inbreds love black women right-wingers. I don't call Candace Owens a right-winger. She is an opportunist who speaks conservative talking points. But it doesn't matter to these inbreds as long as she says those sweet, sweet words they love to hear. Democratic Party started with fighting for slavery. The Democratic Party started the KKK. It was the Democratic Party who was actually for segregation. The Democratic Party. But what about the Republican Party? Everybody at the Unite the Right are registered. Let me be fair. 90% of the people at the Unite the Right are registered Republicans. The rest of them don't vote. There was not one libtard carrying a tiki torch talking about some Jews will not replace us. That was a registered Democrat. They were all registered Republicans, and they were all Trump supporters. So spare me the bullshit about Nazis or socialists. The real Nazis that were in Germany, Deutschland, were indeed socialists. The Nazis here in America are Republicans, are conservative. Please show me one Nazi that's a registered liberal. One. I just need one. They don't register as liberals. Excuse me, did I say register as liberal? Register as a Democrat. None. They register as Republicans. They call themselves conservatives. But then you have these stupid, low IQ Negroes and their inbred white masters that are going to tell you that the Nazis are socialists and trying to conflate the Nazis here in America with the Nazis over there in Germany. Wrong. America has a Nazi problem. And this is, like I said, in the Confession of the Coon, when white racist conservatives told me to stop attacking the white nationalists, you have to ask yourself, why? Why would you want me to stop fighting the people that are on the same side of the fence as me? And that's why I went independent. I don't want to be on the same side as no dirty, filthy, stinking, inbred Nazi and these white nationalists as well. They dirty, stinking, and inbred too. I don't want to be on the same side as them. That's why I left and went independent. And when white people tell me to stop and leave them alone, what's that all about? Oh, because you're one and the same. And I told you guys, like these stupid white people talking about, well, Candace is black. So fucking what? I keep telling you, it's my, look, let me see what, I haven't even looked at my chat. Let me see what my chat looking like. Look at that. Look, my, mods are working overtime getting rid of these white inbred nationalists. Do you think you'd still be Republican if it weren't for them? Very good question. I would be Republican if it wasn't for the fact that Candace, I didn't leave. The white nationalist was just the last straw. The Nazis on the Republican side, plantation, excuse me, was the last straw. I have to admit that I left because I got tired of white racists telling me that as a black woman, I don't have the right to my own thought. I am inferior, therefore I must think like Candace. I must have my hair like Candace. I must dress like Candace. I must refrain from using profanity like Candace, like Candace, like Candace. I'm not free, and no one's free. And I'm also tired of them telling me to stop attacking white nationalists and these alt-right Nazis and to start attacking black folks. Start attacking Cynthia G, Tariq Nasheed, Phil from the Advice Show, Robert Perkins. I could go on and on and on. Oh, y'all know the guys, people who are pro-black. They keep telling me go attack them. I'm saying, I'm not your dog. You don't own me. That's what made me leave. Blacks ain't free on the Republican plantation. What the fuck? They keep telling us what to fucking do, and they only want us for the vote. Other than that, once we vote the way they want us to, then they'll just fucking get rid of you and won't have shit to do with you anymore. But what I'm saying is, like I said, these freaking inbreds are fascinated with black women like myself and Candace Owens. Okay? If you're fit and aggressive and dominant, they're going to bring their tweezers with their little tiny dingalings and they're going to jerk off to you somehow, whether it's me rejecting them and cursing them out or her attacking black folks on their behalf. Either way, they're getting their little rocks off. Here's reason number 4 why white racist conservatives and Republicans love Candace Owens. She's arrogant in her ignorance. Woo! she's arrogant in her ignorance. The video that best shows this is the one with her and Joe Rogan. And there's a lot of videos where she's arrogant in her ignorance, but that one right there was the best. This heifer said, because climate change studies are on a .com, they hold no value. She said, well, you know, like, I don't believe it. Like climate change doesn't exist. Like, see, Master Charlie didn't actually give her notes, or she maybe didn't look at the notes from Master Charlie. Either way, she was like climate change. It's like it doesn't exist. Like, I know we have the climate change every day. Like, today it could be like raining and tomorrow it's like sunny. And then Joe Rogan was like, that's the weather, you dumb bitch. Well, he didn't call her a dumb bitch, but I did. I was like, that's the weather, you dumb bitch. This heifer don't even know the difference between climate change and the weather. She thinks climate change is going from 60 degrees to 70 degrees in a matter of hours. Well, like, the climate is changing. Like, okay, like this morning, it was like 60 degrees Fahrenheit, and like it changed to like 75. See, that's climate change. Prada, Gucci, Gucci, Gucci. Stupid. And then when Joe Rogan checked her and said, climate change does exist, and he shows some receipts, she arrogantly said in her ignorance, I don't believe it. Like, I don't believe it. I know you're showing me some facts. Like, I don't believe it. So liberals, don't buy that whole shit about, oh, you hate facts over feelings. I know little tiny Ben Shapiro, the little tiny one who keeps reminding everybody that his wife is a doctor. I know he keeps saying facts don't care about your feelings. Facts don't care about your feelings. Facts don't care about your feelings for the Republican and the conservatives too, because they hate facts too. This bitch denied climate change. She also said racism don't exist because she was never a slave. And I'm going to get to that one too. Well, let's get to that now, because that was amazing. That this heifer said racism don't exist because she was never a slave. Here we go. So let me check on the chat. Hey, chat, how y'all doing? Boy, y'all get, woo! Let's see. All right. Okay, here we go. All right, there we go. Are y'all doing good? Okay, I see my mods are handling it. Y'all know the fucking haters. They love to come in here. You're a bad nigger, Tree of Logic. You're supposed to be like Candace. So, I want to show you the hypocrisy of this fraudulent bitch. Candace Owens says, I've never been a slave. Turning Point communication director. Communication director, really? This bitch is terrible at communicating. Yeah, so she's the communication director. Under Master Charlie, can y'all please stop? I got a request. Can y'all please stop disrespecting Master Charlie by calling him Charlie Kirk? His name is Massa Charlie. When you call him Charlie Kirk, you are actually demoting him and his rank. He is the head massa of Turning Point USA Negro League. Show some fucking respect. So let's see what this bitch said. So she fronted CPAC, and she's, and like I said, I'm gonna show you something within it. This is what is this? American Conservative Union, whatever. It's where a whole bunch of good, I must admit, some good people mixed with a lot of racists come in there and they listen to each other speak their own conservative talking points and clap. So let's look what this fraudulent bitch the lies. And I'm telling you now, if you ever want to make a lot of money, okay, and if you're black, what you need to do is come on over here. Excuse me, not here. Go over there to the Republican plantation and talk about how blacks ain't shit and whites are going to save them from the Democratic plantation.
First and foremost, stop selling us our own oppression. Stop taking away our self-confidence by telling us that we can't because of racism, because of slavery. I've never been a slave in this country. Stop telling us that we need to be obsessing over our past when we should be obsessing over our future and the potential that we have.
I can't wait to show you some fucking, she's such a liar. This bitch, all she does is reflect on her past. That's all she does. She keeps talking about for somebody to say, stop reflecting on your past. If you go look at goddamn Candace's tweet, all she keeps talking about how the Democrats lynched blacks, how the Democrats started KKK, how the Democrats fought against segregation. Isn't that shit in the past? Isn't that shit in the past? But no, logic goes over these fuckers' heads when she start talking because she's so black. She's gonna save the niggers from the Democratic plantation, Gloria. Look at oh my God, I forgot about this part. Look at all them white folks. This is her base. Not black people. These white people that you see here, they love to hear her tell all these fucking lies. Like, we're gonna get blacks to stop voting Democrats. Yay! We're gonna move the blacks over here to the Republican side. Yay! We're going to destroy the Democratic plantation and the Democratic Party. Yay! They believe this bullshit. And even if you show them proof that black people overwhelmingly at 98% hate this fraudulent bitch, they will not care because in their little tiny little brains, they must believe that Candace is the Moses of Negroes. Look at that. More white people. This is her base. Her base is not whites. It is not blacks. Her base are white folks. Hold on. Myra says, Master Charlie sucks at controlling his... Myra says, Master Charlie sucks at, controlling his diversity card. Yeah, he does, but he makes more money putting blacks in front of the white supremacists and saying, look at our Negroes, we're gonna save them from themselves. Now listen, this fraudulent bitch talking about some, I never been enslaved, there's never been a racism, but she forgot to mention, you guys, that her family filed a racism discrimination suit in her white school, Stanford High, where her and her rich ass daddy received $37,500. Did you also know that her rich daddy paid for a tutor because Candace was feeling so oppressed by all the white people at her rich white school that she had to get a tutor because she felt like she was so oppressed? And they gave her oppressed ass $37,500, the exact amount of the Board of Education paid the family of Candace Owens, now an 18-year-old Stanford High School graduate. This is a long time ago. This article was written in 2008, so this is like this is like 11 years ago. Okay, so was made public yesterday after the advocate filed a Freedom of Information request last week. The Board of Education spent an additional $25,000 on legal expenses, including representation by the Hartford law firm Shipman and Goodwin, LLP. School board spokeswoman Sarah Arnold said the case was terminated 2 weeks ago at a settlement conference, according to the court records. As part of the settlement, the Board of Education denied any wrongdoing and liability. The school board has 30 days from the settlement date to pay the Owens family by check to their attorney, Norman Pattis, the entire $62,000. I thought it was 37. Oh shit, hold on. The entire I thought it was 37,000. So it's more than that. I guess they had to pay the legal fees of their attorney. So they had to pay, so the Board of Education had to pay $62,500 tab will come out of their $375,000 legal fund. But I thought there's no such thing as racism because your fraudulent ass filed a racist discrimination and oppression suit against your white ass high school. Do you see how fraudulent this bitch is? But white people don't care.
Condix's stolen Blexit is also majority white.
That's another good, thank you, April. That's another thing. Candace stole Blexit. Would you like to see what Blexit looks like? I'll show you what Blexit looks like. Good point there. I really want to show you what Blexit looks like. Okay. Let's see. Hold on, guys. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. I'm going to show you what Blexit looks like. All right. Okay. This is Blexit. You see all these white people. Now, Blexit, for those of you who don't know, Blexit is supposed to be blacks exiting out of the Democratic Party. Lies, lies, lies. The only people black in this conference are the blacks in the front row and Candace fraudulent black ass. Look at that. Look at all these white people. How is this a Blexit? and by the way, they give them these ugly ass t-shirts to wear for free. Nobody want to buy these ugly ass t-shirts. So they go there and they fucking go to this conference, okay? And they put on these ugly ass Blexit shirts. This is the reason why in the beginning of the intro, I showed you a picture of a white woman saying blacks for Trump. This is who they are. Black people are not falling for this bullshit, but white racists love this shit. They eat it up. Let's see some more of the white version of Blexit. Here's another picture. Oh, here's another. Look at this ugly ass shirt. Okay, look at these white people. Oh, I'm here to celebrate all these black people leaving the Democratic. Well, where are all the blacks? Oh, they're in the front row. Oh, look at all the black people. Look at all 10 of them leaving the Democratic Party. Blexit is so fucking white. They're so fucking white. Who's very white? Let's see. Who is the whitest person I know? Chat, help me out. Who is the whitest person you know? Who is the Mr. Rogers? Oh, that's a very good. Blexit is so white that Mr. Rogers says, "My golly gee, you guys sure are white." Oh, and this is this is what the black Republicans look like, guys. Look at that. White man, white woman, white woman, white woman, white little boy. These freaking inbreds so badly want to just show blacks. And it's not like they really care about us as individuals. No. We're only a status symbol to them. We're only a vote to them. That's all we are. We are here so they could tell their other white friends how they are accepted by blacks and they're down with blacks because they have Candace Owens as a black person that they look up to. You're just basically conversation pieces at their country club dinners. That's all that shit is. All right, let me get rid of this. That's all you are. So there's nothing black about Brexit. There's nothing black about the black Republicans. It's all a facade. It's all bullshit. And somebody who was really a Republican like myself left. I left running to become an independent because I got tired of being treated like shit by these racist ass white people who call themselves conservatives and Republicans. All right. So let's move on and get back to the there we go. So let me check on my anybody have a question or okay. Thank you. I was like, wait a minute, I see a hater. Thank you, Nestor and Revania. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate it. Haters, listen, haters, you can't talk shit in my chat, boo. Y'all can't talk shit in my chat. My freaking my minds are on it. Okay, so let's go into reason number 5. She gives racist conservatives a pass. Whenever I don't know if I should tell you guys this, but I think I am. I am back on Twitter. But I'm not back on Twitter as Tree of Logic. I decided to take a new route to attack these racists and get back on Twitter as just a pro-black who's not part of the liberal movement, not part of the Democratic Party, just a black woman. And I attack whites who want to attack blacks and come in. And by the way, these white people come on my Twitter feed. It's amazing. It's amazing. I will put out a post. Like I noticed this during the Kanye thing. When Kanye started to go crazy. And Kanye went to the Oval Office and he wasn't taking his medication and he was just acting really stupid. And I remember saying something about it. I said, I made a meme saying, with George Bush, it became viral, which scared the shit out of me because it's like, oh shit, somebody gonna know it's me. But it did. It went viral on Black Twitter. And it was a meme of George Bush and it said, George Bush was looking in the camera at you and said, Kanye West does not care about black people. It was a good meme. It went viral on Twitter. And I started to get all these white people from Turning Point USA, from another clique. Shit, I can't remember it now. It's another conservative clique. I can't remember. But anyway, they started to come into my Twitter feed with these talking points like, you need to leave the Democratic plantation because they're the ones who was fighting for slavery. And I said, fuck the Democratic plantation and fuck you too. Blacks don't have to vote Democrat. And they keep repeating all of these talking points that came from Candace. And then I said, and of course me, I'm pro-black, so I can tell, like, shut up, inbred. I don't care what you think. You need to follow Candace. Candace is the one that will set you straight. I'm like, fuck that heifer. Don't you dare talk about Candace. And every last one of them was trying to beat me up and they validate beating me up by using Candace as a way, because I'll say, you're just racist. You're trying to tell me that I have to vote the way your white ass want me to vote. I'm not racist. I follow Candace Owens. I'm not racist. I support Brexit. I've donated to Brexit. And I go, this is interesting. So you racist inbreds can say what the fuck, and then trust me, I have gotten lots of them suspended because a lot of them just got so right out to the point where they called me a nigger. Not nigger, a nigga. Okay? I took a screenshot of it. This one racist guy said, I don't want to, he said, he called me a big titty monkey nigga. I was like, damn. He was mad. Hey, look, chat. A big titty monkey nigger. I said, damn. Okay. Hold on. Look, I see the chat already. Let me get rid of you. Let me get rid of this motherfucker. Bye. 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 Fuck off. Hey, come on, chat. I love to come in the chat and see somebody talking shit and then I get to fucking ban them. Okay, so I said, by the way, if you motherfuckers love, if mods, if you see any of these white inbreds caping for Candace, get these fucking cave dwellers out of my goddamn chat. These racist motherfuckers don't belong here. They are not my friends. They are my enemies. Okay?
Wakanda forever! Wakanda forever!
I'm not racist. I follow Candace Owens. I'm about as convinced as someone saying, I'm not racist. I hang out with Uncle Ruckus.
Exactly. So, it's a mix. But anyway, getting to the guy who called me that, I laughed because I said, wow. In the beginning, he kept talking about how he's a fan of Candace. He support Candace, you know, saying he actually goes to Candace lecture. But then he called me a big titty monkey nigga in the end. And I said, I did report his ass to Twitter and they did perma-ban him. Because you know me, I was like, I can't believe this white Republican called me these racist names. Can you please do something about this harassment from the white supremacists? They fucking perma-banned that motherfucker in a matter of minutes. But what I found it interesting that these white people use Candace to call me a nigga, to berate me, to demean me, to actually try to not oppress, but to control me and tell me what to do, what they want me to do. And they try to hide their racist nature by saying, I support Candace Owens. So she does give racist conservatives and racist Republicans a pass. All of them, all white, hashtag all white Republicans and conservatives who support Candace are this way. Don't be fooled, baby. Don't be fooled. You can see them, you can see the salt in my fucking chat. These are the people who use Candace to say, I'm not racist, you fucking big titty monkey nigger. I love Candace. That's what they do. All right. I know I'm making y'all mad today. Number 6. She spews conservative talking points. I already gave an example about this earlier. Democratic Party started the KKK. The Democratic Party was the one from segregation. The Democratic Party is the one who supported Jim Crow. The Democratic Party is the one who did the lynching. Black people don't give a fuck about all that. That does not move black people. I gotta let the racist white people who support Candace know one thing. And maybe you don't give a fuck. White people don't give a fuck about all that shit. You really think that you're going to get them to vote Republican by saying what the Democrats did to our ancestors in the past? Really, nigga? Really? Is that what you think you think it's going to work that easy? But that's because they think that black people, for the most part, are just as dumb as they are. And they are right. You know, whites and blacks are both equally dumb. Hashtag not all. But they think that's all it takes. And they think that's all it takes is to take some fraudulent black woman that black people hate. On the overwhelming majority, black people hate her. That's the reason why Blexit is filled with white folks. That's the reason why the black Republican things are filling with white folks. Black people don't want to sign up for that fuckery. But you can't tell these white, racist white inbreds these things. Okay, so number 7. She's a psychopath. I'm going to give you the definition of psychopath, okay? Let's go to Twitter. I don't really want to leave this. Hold on, guys. I'm trying to make a decision. Like, okay, let you know what we're gonna do. Define. Okay, here we go. All right. So here is the definition. Can you guys see this? Yeah. Oof. Hold on. Hold on. There we go. That should be better. All right. A person suffering from chronic mental disorder with abnormal or violent social behavior. Synonyms are maniac, lunatic, psychotic, sociopath. Basically, these are the people who do not have any conscience. And I'm going to show you her reaction to the shooting in New Zealand. New Zealand is the reason why she is a psychopath. She doesn't care about anybody's life but her own. And the fact is, let me pull this back up. Hold on. Okay. A psychopath really don't give a fuck about anybody's life but theirs. They only care about, they're just empty shells. And remember now, we have to remember, Candace Owens had a doxing server, a doxing site called socialautopsy.com, where she said that children should be doxed, even though it will put their lives in danger with pedophiles. She doesn't care if the pedophiles know these children's addresses and their names and their location of their schools. It will teach these children at a young age not to say mean words on the internet. A person who has compassion in their heart, especially for little kids, I will give her a pass to say she doesn't have to give a fuck about my life. But to say that you believe that little kids should be doxxed, and these are her words. I got the videos. You could check the links. These are her words where she said the best time to teach little kids how to behave and say nice things on the internet is by putting their doxing information on socialautopsy.com. That way they will learn to be nice online. She believed in hate speech. I still to this day believe that she still believes in hate speech. She has never denounced the fact that she believed in hate speech. She never said she no longer believes in hate speech, but she did. And I still think she still do. We had to force her to take that website down. And my complete docs was on there because my docs was put there by one of my ratchet ass cousins. I'm not close with my family. And they put my complete docs on her site. And I said, Candace, hey girl, if you release my docs, people I have put in jail as a former police officer are going to come for me. They're going to come and try to kill me. They're not going to succeed because I'm going to leave my house. But that means that's going to put me in a financial crisis, actually. I'm not financially ready to just up and bounce, to get a bug out bag and just leave. That's just, that would be helpful for me. And what did she say? I said, can we just talk about it? Can we have a debate about it? I showed you guys the receipts on my video. What she do? She blocked me. She's a psychopath. But you got to understand what type of person would support a psychopath. Also, let's understand this. It was the Republicans and the conservatives who was funding her to have this doxing site. Remember this. It was the conservatives that were giving her money to get this site launched. But it was me, the centrists, and a couple of liberals who brought the shit down. So evil loves evil. Birds of a feather flock together. Ask yourself this. Look at the people who don't support Candace and look at the people who do. Say it one more time. Look at the people who don't fuck with Candace. And it's real obvious if you take a look at it. And look at the people who do. That should tell you the people who support her, the people who defend her should tell you a lot about that person. Let's go on to number 8. She's a ruthless doxer. I just talked about this. I should go over these things should I before. She's a ruthless doxer. And I already talked about that. She had a doxing site named socialautopsy.com. She tried to release once in 2017. She was unsuccessful. She was brought down. She tried to do it again in 2018. She was stopped again. And to this day, she says she will never apologize. If you see someone that says, she's apologized for that, that is a white racist inbred lying to you. Candace Owens has never apologized. She said she will never apologize for socialautopsy.com. I showed the receipts of the tweet that she said this. Meaning that if she had it her way, she would dox all of us, including little children. And once again, I've got to ask you, she's a psychopath. You have to ask yourself, what type of person, regardless of their race, because we know we got stupid low IQ black eunuchs that support her, and also stupid ratchet ass black women that support her too. Melissa, I'm looking at you, heifer. We also have the racist white people who support her. You have to ask yourself, what type of people would support someone who would put the lives of little kids in the hands of pedos? Number 9, she pretends to have influence over the black community. This is a good one. Candace Owens is constantly on Twitter about 2018, we're going to have all the vote. We're going to have the Blexit, the Blexit, the Blexit, the Blexit, the Blexit. I showed you just how white Blexit is. Black people hate this bitch. They don't give a fuck about her. They talk about her all the fucking time, but white people don't know because they don't want to see it. She has zero influence over the black community. Why? Because she did not come from the black community. You cannot have an influence over a community you have no relations with and you can't relate to. Let me say that again. You cannot have any influence over the black community you have no relations with and that you can't relate to. She can never relate to black people, especially the poor who grew up, especially those of us who grew up poor. I have no relation. I have no influence over the black community because I have no relationships with them. I have separated. When I'm independent, baby, I'm telling you, I'm independent. I have separated myself from everybody. Candace was never part of the black community. Candace didn't come from the black community. So how the fuck can she goddamn influence the black community? Make that make sense. That's like saying David Duke can get the black people off the Democratic plantation. Nigga, what? How? Because he's white? Okay, let me see. What is the most whitest black person I know? Oh, let's. No, hold on. Shoot, I need help. Chat, what is the most whitest black person?
Fondox came up with doxing kids after being a nanny. Think about that for a minute.
Oh, wow.
By
Forgot
the
about
way,
that.
she's not black. On her talent showcase, she called herself Caribbean. Ha 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 ha.
Yeah, she called herself Caribbean, but she only became black when it came up for the Democratic Party. Anthony Brian Logan. Carlton Banks. I think that's a good one. Carlton Banks. Carlton Banks. Carlton Banks. Okay. Carlton Banks. If Carlton Banks was a real person from the Fresh Prince. Excuse me, guys. I've been talking all this long without no water. If Carlton Banks was a real person who grew up rich in a mansion, went to a prep school, knows absolutely nothing about the black community, talks like a proper preppy person. All his friends are white. Do you think somebody like that could have an influence over the black community? Do you think somebody like Carlton Banks could go into the ghetto and say, "Hello there, brothers and sisters. I'm here to get you off of the Democratic plantation. By golly gee." Yeah, shoot that nigga in the head. And then rob his corpse. This is the thing. White people don't care about that. Candace is their puppet. Excuse me, Candace is their puppet. They can use her. So it doesn't matter she has no ties to the black community. It doesn't matter if she pretends to have influence over the black community. They need her for what? Okay, for reason number 3 and reason number 5. They need her so they can try to treat blacks like shit and then not be exposed for the races they are by saying, "I have Candace Owens as somebody who I follow on Twitter." So I'm trying to say, like, she did not get the black vote to go to the Republican side in 2018. Now this fraudulent bitch is trying to say she got them to vote in 2020. Let me see. Show y'all something. I gotta show y'all something else too. Hold on. So, okay. Okay. So do you guys see this? Okay. I love this graph because this made me go, "Told you so, told you so, told you inbred, told you so, I told you so." I told these people over and over again, all 2018, blacks ain't gonna vote for you. Blacks ain't not gonna vote for the Republican side. Blacks don't like you. You don't know what you're talking about. Candace Owens is gonna wake up the black community. Oh, well, shit. How woke the fuck are they now? Voting 90% for the Democrats and only 9% for the Republicans. That's some woke shit right there. Goddamn, them niggas are woke. Now, because a Nazi has named her, and we'll get into that in a minute, say the best for last. Because a Nazi named her in his manifesto, she's tainted. Black people are like, ew, we knew you was a goddamn ratchet ass bitch who fucking speaks talking points for them racist ass white conservatives, but we didn't know that Nazis love you. Ew. Why would black people come to the Republican side or the conservative side when you floss Candace, who is loved by white nationalists, and a fucking white nationalist said, "Candace has radicalized me, man. I love me some Candace Owens." I said, She gonna rake up the black community, all right. All right, and number 10. She attacks blacks for white supremacists. I showed you that video. Shall we watch it again? Shall we watch it again? Let's see. Yeah, let's watch it again.
I don't know why people like being oppressed. It's the weirdest thing I've ever heard. I love oppression. I love oppression.
Master Charlie getting off on that. Yeah. Tell them niggas that. Tell them.
We're oppressed. 400 years of slavery, Jim Crow, which, by the way, none of you guys lived through. Your grandparents didn't. It's embarrassing that you utilize their history. You utilize their history, and you come in here with more emotion than they ever had when they were living through it. More emotion than they ever had when they were living through it. It's embarrassing. You're not living through anything right now. You're overly privileged Americans. It's what's going on right now. Over here shouting, and I want to say some more. I'm not done. Over here shouting and booing the officers.
So this is what you see how Master Charlie is so happy. Let me see if I can go back to that part where, let's see.
I don't know why people like being oppressed.
Okay.
It's the weirdest thing I've ever heard.
Okay. So this is what I'm saying. Regardless of how the fact I have distanced myself from the black community, I would never do this to black people. Why? Why would I do that? Why would I do that to the people I came from the black community? But if you don't come from the black community, you can easily get in front of somebody like Master Charlie and berate black people in front of white people. Now, the people in front of her are white. The black folks are on to the right side. So she gets to demean them, she gets to berate them, and this gets these white supremacists, these white racist conservatives and Republicans who support her, they get their rocks off on this. They enjoy to see somebody beat up on black people on their behalf. Candace Owens is that person. She is that person to do it for them, on behalf of them, but most of all, to do it in front of them. And
Candace gives street cred to Massa Charlie with all them wig snatchers that worship Candace crave.
Katie did. Thank you so much, Katie did. I appreciate the donation. Yes, she does. She definitely does do that. And so you have basically white people who are, believe it or not, white people are appalled by this, and they find Candace to be repugnant, or no, let me see, repulsive. They find her to be off-putting, demeaning. They too see this for what it is. Now, this is what I'm saying. The whites who don't like Candace, these are the people you should get down with, because these are the individuals who actually care about blacks. They would never. Wakanda forever!
I finally figured out why he has his tongue out. It's her talking down to blacks combined with his vibrator.
I don't know if he has a. I don't know if he has a vibrator.
So do you think good race relationships is hopeless? Because that is what it seems like. Based on what you're saying, by the way, your mods are ridiculous and ban people for reasonable questions like this.
I like my mods to be basically hardcore, because the white nationalists have infiltrated my chat to the point where we just can't, white nationalists, like I said, they're obsessed with me. Hold on, let me just come here and just say this. White nationalists have been obsessed with me, and they, like I said, they jerk off to me a lot because they enjoy being treated like shit. I'm actually presenting something. So I'm sorry. I want my mods to be hardcore, because lately I have been upset with them being too lenient. But if you have a question for me, and that you want me to answer, you can either do a donations or just email me. Send me an email and ask me a question through email. But the chat, I'm not even paying attention to the chat. So why ask me a question in the chat? Unless I say I'm looking at the chat, you shouldn't really be asking me a question in the chat. But if you want me to hear you while I'm giving a presentation, you can give a donation, or you can send me an email. I'm gonna address your question. Your question is, so do you think race relations is hopeless? No, I don't think it's hopeless. But I think we need to recognize when games are being played, for white people to blindly say to blacks that Candace is really not blindly. Sorry, I take all that back. They are well aware that Candace has no influence over the black community. When white people start dictating to blacks who they should follow, like Candace Owens, instead of coming up to blacks and having a conversation, whatever happened to that? Why not ask black people who are independent who they would like to represent them, if they want a representation at all? How would you like it if black people took somebody, Eminem? How would you like it if black people took Eminem and said Eminem is going to speak on behalf of white people and take white people off the Republican plantation and bring them to the Democrats? You wouldn't like that, would you? You wouldn't like that shit, would you? You would find that shit condescending, and actually you would find that shit very disrespectful. So don't do that to blacks. Candace Owens is not our fucking goddamn Moses, and neither is anybody else who speak on behalf of white folks. Come to blacks and have a conversation and stop dingling somebody and say, she's gonna save you stupid niggers from your own self on the Democratic plantation. That doesn't work. Until whites decide to have a conversation with black independents and black people like myself, you're never going to stop these race relations. Right now, we're talking past each other. We're talking over each other. And we're not talking to each other. We're not having a conversation. Once you have a conversation, this will stop all this fuckery. And then he says, because that is what it seems like based upon what you're saying. No, what I'm saying is that I have been saying for 2 years, Candace Owens had tried to get me killed. That's why I hate that bitch. White people don't care. Am I not important? You're telling me that my life doesn't matter to you because Candace is more for your agenda than I am. So you don't care about the fact that she tried to get me killed. You don't care about the fact that she tried to dox people. Because we don't matter because your agenda holds more of a priority than my life and little kids' well-being. Fuck you. Not you particularly. I'm not saying you. What I'm saying is, this is the reason why most blacks who left the liberal and the Democrats, there's a lot of us. Today I was going to have a Google Hangout. I was going to have a Google Hangout with black people who are independent now. And there's a lot of us, but I had to cancel it because I want to talk about this fraudulent bitch. By the way, if you would like to get in on it, give me an email. We'd love to have you in. So this one's saying, if you took the time to listen to people like me, we wouldn't even have these problems. All right. Back to my presentation. All right. So this one says, she attacked blacks for white supremacists, and we don't like that shit. White people hear blacks on the left.
Using racism to quote, fight racism is, well, racist. We
Right.
need to hold people accountable for what they said and do. Not decided what someone is about 'cause of party, skin tone, etc.
I agree. I agree. I agree. And I think, I don't think, well, first of all, a lot of racists who support Candace, they don't want to have a conversation. But I think the white people, the sincere white people who don't support Candace, who is not in her favor, who are sincere and want to help blacks, then let's just have a conversation and talk about let's having better race relations. But do you understand the reason why I make videos like this is because I want black people on the left to see it, and oh boy, do they see it. I'm not doing this to fucking wake up anybody on the Republican plantation. I am doing this is every time I do videos like this, it's just a dog whistle to the black community, and they always see it. Remember, when they hear me talk, when they see this nappy hair, they know me and Candace ain't nothing alike. So they're going to trust my word before they trust that fraudulent bitch's word. I have nothing to gain. I'm not trying to get paid off of telling them anything that they don't want to, things that they don't want to hear or want to hear. I'm just telling them the truth. They hear me. So you're not winning any favors when I get and do videos like this, dog whistling to the black community. It's just confirmed what they always known. But what I would like blacks to do is to not fuck with either party and go independent. That is my dream right now. I am tired of the two-party system. We need to go in. Whites need to go independent too. And just everybody just it leaves these. They just the same. Republicans and the Democrats, they're just the same. They're both crooked. Anyway. I want to show you some real quick. Hold on, guys. I got to erase something here. Here we go. I want to show you something. And I know this ain't going to, if you're a white racist conservative and Republican who support Candace, facts don't matter to you motherfuckers no more. It doesn't matter how many times I show you blacks don't give a fuck about you. You don't care because you need Candace for your fucking agenda. Okay. Now, Trump's approval rate, this is from Politico.com if you want to fact check me. Trump's approval rating has dropped but among Americans, but that is not what I want to show you. I don't want to show you that. I want to show you. This is so good. Make sure you. I want to show you the approval rating. Since you don't want to believe me, I want to show you the laughable approval rating with blacks. And how can you sit up here and keep lying to yourself that the blacks are going to leave the Democratic Party? Your method is not working. Stop it. So this is his approval rating with whites. This is his approval rating with Hispanics. Pretty good. Not bad. Not bad. Okay? Not bad. It has gone down, but it's not that bad. And I don't know what other means, but this is the approval rating with other. Just slightly down. I guess other could be like biracial or white or something like that, or maybe Hispanic, I'm not sure. But anyway, let's look at the approval rating with blacks. Ready? God damn. Please explain to me how you going to get blacks this low for Trump to be on the Republican side next year. I ain't got that time. I ain't got that much time. Look at this again. Whites, Hispanics, others, black. So let's get on to this shit right here. Anybody? I'm all about facts. And the reason why a lot of people hate me is because I bring receipts. I don't talk out my ass. I don't tell you things that make you feel good. I tell you facts. Candace don't know black folks. I know black folks. And when I keep telling you over and over again, they ain't gonna vote for Republicans, believe me. So let's look at how she handled this situation with the shooter, okay, the New Zealand mosque shooter, so you can understand some things in reference to how it's not about whether she had influence over the mosque shooting. She did not. And I'm not trying to say she did. What I'm saying is how she handled it. Because she's a psychopath. She is a heartless bitch who don't care about nobody but her own shit and her own self. Like I said, birds of a feather flock together. Evil people have to support an evil person like Candace Owens. The way she handled that shit was ridiculous. Conservative grifter Candace Owens responds to reports that she allegedly inspired the gunman who opened fire on 2 mosques in Christchurch, New Zealand on Friday, killing 49 people in slaughter. Then in part was streamed that in part was streamed on Facebook Live. In addition to those killed, 20, okay, this is old, 40, I do believe 48 are now wounded. So it's more than 20. I don't know how to pronounce this person's name, but the Prime Minister of New Zealand called it an extraordinary and unprecedented act of violence. Okay, so he named her in the manifesto. Let me see if I can get that manifesto for you guys. I read that shit. It was like, whoa, this pace. White nationalists are crazy, and this is why I can't get down with the Republican and the conservative side. They are they are just filled with them, and nobody wants to call them out, you know, for who they are. So I want to show you something. So when the guy, let's see, to get his manifesto right here for you. Hold on, guys. That's showing it. Okay. So here's his manifesto, right? He says, is there a particular person that radicalized you the most? I believe this is half trolling and half truth. And I'll justify what I'm saying too. Okay. He was half trolling, but he was half telling the truth. Remember, Candace Owens said, if Hitler just made Germany great, okay, fine. It was until he decided to go global is where he went wrong. So killing Jews, killing blacks, killing mixed race, killing gays, killing Slavs, killing gypsies, killing any woman who talked back to him was okay. He could do that to Germans and people in Germany. He just shouldn't have brought that shit to other countries like Poland. They loved that. And I told you on that video, they attacked me for calling her ass out. The bigotry of low expectation, but they love Candace. They love it because she defended Hitler. He says, so is there a particular person that radicalized you that radicalized you the most? Yes, the person that has influenced me above all was Candace Owens. Each time she spoke, I was stunned by her insight, and her views helped push me further and further into the belief of violence over meekness. Though I will have to disavow some of her beliefs, that extreme action she called for are too much, even for my taste. Now, I believe that last part was trolling, but I want to show you some tweets by Candace that made me go, okay, I can see where he's coming from. So let's see. Let's see if this is it. Hold on, guys. Shoot, hold on, guys. Oh, here we go. I'm sorry. Here we go. I found it. All right. So, can you guys see that? I think you can. Hold on, let me show. Fuck. I apologize, guys. I'm just really trying to get used to this. All right, this is not the one I really want. Okay. Let me look and see how I look on here, because I need to I really need to see if I'm presenting this correctly. Okay, I am. Okay, great. Okay, look. So here she said this. We have 50 million Muslims in Europe. There are signs that Allah will grant Islam victory in Europe. Without swords, without guns, without conquests, will turn it into a Muslim continent within decades. Muammar Gaddafi. I may pronounce Gaddafi's first name wrong, but this is Gaddafi. A Trump balloon won't save the UK. Why would you quote Gaddafi? This bitch has a problem quoting evil men. Has anybody ever thought about that? Has anybody ever thought about that? I can see my chat over here this way. Did you ever wonder, like, why the hell would you quote Gaddafi out of all people? That crazy motherfucker. She quotes Gaddafi, and then you want to know why white nationalists love her? And why she says the stupid shit. Oh, but that ain't it. That ain't the only thing. Hold on, it's another one. So here's another one. If France wants to build an army to defend itself against anything, it ought to be the declining birth rate of its people. All signs indicate that it will be a Muslim majority country in just 40 years. How you think white nationalists don't get radicalized by this? You think white nationalists don't get off on this? He was just, I'm like, this is what they like. And to have somebody like a black woman say this shit, they love to get off on this shit. Okay, hold on. I had another one too. Yeah. I'm sorry, guys. I had another one that was worse than that. But I can't seem to find it though. Oh well. But let me just get into all of the tweets, period. So what happened was, guys, make sure you can see that. Okay. Okay. So when the shooter came out and said what he said in reference to getting out of the car and saying, "Oh, by the way, guys, subscribe to PewDiePie." PewDiePie said this in a tweet. Like as soon as he found out what was said, he did this tweet. Just heard news of the devastating reports from New Zealand Christchurch. I feel absolutely sickened having my name uttered by this person. My heart and thoughts go out to the victims' families and everyone affected by this tragedy. That is how you respond to bullshit like this. But PewDiePie is a good person. PewDiePie has a good heart. PewDiePie has standards. He is not a psychopath. He's also funny and lovable, and he does care about people. Doesn't matter if he makes jokes, doesn't matter if he trolls, he's still a good person because now he's like, dude, I'm just sickened that this guy mentioned my name. But I just want to say my heart and my prayers, thoughts go out to the victims and their families. Now, isn't this the proper response? You would think somebody who is falsely accused of inspiring a mass shooting such as the one in New Zealand would respond like this. Not a psychopath. Not a selfish bitch like Candace. Let's look at the first tweet she says. Let's look at the first tweet from her when the manifesto reveals that this inbred named her as radicalizing him. LOL. Laugh crying emoji. Fact. I've never created any content exposing my views on the Second Amendment or Islam. That was a lie. I just showed you the content she just created. Okay. The tweets that she created. That's content, by the way. to over 1 million of her fans, many who are white racists and white nationalists and Nazis, okay, radicalizing them. Then she always want to blame shit on the left. The left pretending I inspired a mass massacre in New Zealand because I believe, here we go with the race card. Identity politics is cancer, AIDS. I keep telling you all that. I'm so tired of mentioning it. Because I believe that Black Americans can do it without government handouts and is the reachiest reach of all reaches. LOL. What's so funny, bitch? Why is this a laughing matter? Because she's a psychopath. They have no conscience. They are never guilty. They feel nothing for victims. Excuse me. Guys, hold on. I gotta make sure. They feel nothing for victims. They have no compassion. This bitch has an empty black soul with a stone heart. And you think black people gonna follow some crazy bitch like this? They already got enough crazy ass black women in the black community as it is. Why the fuck would they follow this fucking lunatic? Then she comes out again. Oh, I'm sorry. This is just the comparison where she lied. She said that she never talked about Islam. Well, let's read something her talking about Islam. Please remind Sadiq Khan that according to the birth rate, Europe will fall and become a Muslim. Oh, this is it. This is the radicalization one. Please remind Sadiq Khan that according to the birth rate, Europe will fall and become a Muslim majority continent in 2050. The manifesto was talking about the decline of the white race. That inbred, that freaking white nationalist that killed all those Muslims in New Zealand, he was talking about the decline of his people. Well, look at here. See, here's the thing. Okay, I agree. White people are declining. Okay, they are. However, I fucking cancel out those fucking white nationalists. Say, hey, just because I said that, yes, white people are declining, don't mean that I'm with you fucking inbred motherfucking white nationalists. There's so much footage of me on this channel, on my third channel, on my second channel of cussing white nationalists and Nazis out. I hate these people. I fight them. And I took offense for white people, the white racists who support Candace telling me to stop fighting them. Why? They are a problem. Oh, that's right. You don't want me to fight them because you're on the same team. I got it. There has never been a Muslim majority country where Sharia law was not implemented. When we're forced to save you guys again, we'll forgive the balloon. Radicalization right there. On Twitter, she has a lot of influence on Twitter. Over 1 million. I'm glad she's so big, man, because she's gonna fall hard. She has over 1 million followers, many of them white racists and white supremacists and Nazis. Then her second tweet after that goes, ha ha ha! Oh my gosh, she's laughing again. We got people who are dead. By the way, many of them were black. In New Zealand. True story, I didn't think they had a lot of blacks down there in New Zealand. I'm serious. I did not think that. And if I'm not mistaken, a couple of the children that were killed were black. Well, why is she, if she's supposed to help the black community and be supportive of the black community, why is she laughing? What's so fucking funny? But a psychopath does this. Okay? Ha ha ha, oh my God, you racist leftists are taking your racism and crazy to a whole nother level. What citation needed? Where's the evidence? Where's the receipts that these people who are calling you out on your shit are racist? I'm not a lefty, white racist. I am black. Who's a right winger, a real one, not like your fraudulent ass. Quote, black people don't have to be Democrats. Here we go with these talking points. Here we go with these talking points. Black people don't have to be Democrats now mean mass shootings in New Zealand. This clearly won't stick, but damn. Oh, yes, it will. Because Because what y'all don't realize is that that Hitler comment was still sticking before this fucking manifesto surfaced. If I won't grow Blexit, highlighting your sheer desperation. Blexit is white. It's white. Then she goes into another one. To be clear, we played the Candace's Hitler game. We played the Candace's anti-rape victim game. I don't know what happened with this, the anti-rape thing. She has said a lot of fucked up things on Twitter. And I'm like, white people still got her back, regardless of how fucked up because she's a fucked up person. If the media attempts this Candace inspired a mass shooting in New Zealand bit, they better all lawyer the fuck up. I will go full Covington Catholic lawsuit. Try me, bitch. Try me. Try me. The fucking white inbred named you in his manifesto. How is that anywhere near the Covington Catholic kids incident? That ain't fake news. He did it. And it ain't fake news that you have that your tweets have radicalized them. I just read them. You never rebuked the white nationalists. You have never fucking told these fucking white inbreds to go kill themselves in Minecraft. You never told them to go fuck off. I keep doing it every fucking day. And the fact that you don't disavow them, you don't condemn them, you don't tell them to kiss your ass, you don't tell them to go fuck off, means that you support them. If I don't like you, I let you know. But you don't let them know because you like them. Then she does some fucking... Now, by the way, I think this is tweet number 5. Tweet number 4, tweet number 5. She still hasn't apologized yet. I think this is 5. I think. She hasn't apologized yet. And now she takes this opportunity to promote her show. Listen, do you see what? She's not sympathetic. She has no compassion. Poor PewDiePie. PewDiePie's first tweet is, I am sickened that this guy uttered my name. My heart goes out to the victims and their families. This bitch is like promoting her show on PragerU. Racist way.
Wakanda forever!
The fact she's comparing the media and celebrities wanting to hurt a child to people calling her out for being name-dropped and displaying sociopathic tendencies.
Yep.
Is outright terrifying.
Exactly, Myra. Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Exactly. She is a psychopath. She is a fucking sociopath and psychopath. She is crazy. And crazy people who are racist and crazy low IQ Negroes who are just bastard children of ratchet ass black women support her. Come at me. Sorry, race. Oh, no, here we go. Racist white liberals are out on the hunt trying to lynch another black conservative tonight. Here we go with the race card again. Where's the evidence in this? Because a whole lot of black people were coming for you. And that's the thing. You guys don't read her Twitter feed. Do you know how many black people are cussing this bitch out? But then again, it's white liberals. Huh? I mean, a lot of black people are cussing her out, but she got to keep the narrative. She got to keep the fuckery going by saying, oh, I don't see the black people cussing me out. It's the racist white liberals. Do I look white? Sorry, race, and I'm not a liberal. Sorry, racist. You will never deplatform me, and you can't stop Blexit. Nobody wants to deplatform you, Candace. I like the fact that you have a platform. You make it easy for me to call you out on your shit and to say, told you so, told you so, told you so. And then it says, Blexit is white. Please, guy, pass the word. There's nothing black about Blexit. Blexit is 98% white. But you can watch me and Paris Denard discuss how many black conservatives you tried to lynch on this Saturday. She's promoting her show doing a massacre. What type of person does that? She's laughing during a massacre. She doesn't even here's the thing. If this was me, I would have just stayed off the internet. But no, no. She got to show you how virtuous she is and how she's unfazed and she's going to not listen to you racist white liberals, even though half of them people in her goddamn mentions are black. So then she says this tweet. So this is the next tweet. Still haven't apologized yet, right? She still hasn't apologized. She still haven't put any sympathy. She still haven't said, man, my heart goes out to them. You know, light a candle. I pray. I don't know what she says nothing because she doesn't care. It's like, how can I take this opportunity to have all of these people on my Twitter to promote me and my show and my brand? That is a maniac. Once again, a few events I have not yet been blamed for. And I'm not going to go into all this. Here, you can read all this. As you can see, this once again, she doesn't say anything. And then here we go with this last one. And then I'm going to show you the one people calling her out. The black vote will be moved by 2020. No, it won't. She said it was going to be moved last year. It didn't. Now she's lying to you again. And I just showed you facts. Like, why do you guys believe her over me? Oh, that's right. Only racist white people and low IQ Negroes that are actually born of ratchet ass black women will believe the stupid bullshit instead of facts. The black vote will be moved by 2020. The writing is already on the wall. You're lying. Where? I just showed you an updated version. That approval poll by Politico was updated 2 days ago. Sweetie, unlike Candace, I give you facts, baby, and I give receipts. There is no indication on no fucking wall to show that blacks are going to vote for the Republican Party in 2020. If anything, I don't know what's going to happen. I think that a lot of blacks, over 90%, will still vote for the Democrats, but I do see some blacks that are just like, I don't give a fuck about the voting system, and they're not voting at all. But I don't think it's enough of them to make an impact on the Democratic Party, regardless of the fringe group of blacks who refuse to vote at all because they're just tired of the political system on both sides. I do believe that over 90%, again, maybe even 93%, because of all the Nazis and the white nationalists have actually just contaminated the right. They have. And a lot of the white racists who tell me to leave them alone have allowed this. Why would blacks be associated with this side of with Republicans and conservatives? That it's infested with these old inbred white nationalists and these alt-right Nazis. Anyway, so she says the Democratic Party is over and they know it. The Democratic Party is not over, but the Democratic Party is having a fight within itself, and it has nothing to do with black people, okay? You have the progressives like AOC. I'm missing another progressive. Oh, Ilhan Omar. And another, I'm missing, this is one more progressive. Anyway, you have these progressives who want free this, free that, free healthcare, free college, free food, free money every month, free. They want socialism / communism, actually. They want to tax the rich at 90%. So you have those crazy people on the Democratic side. And then you have the other Democrats like Cory Mouth Raper Booker, and then Kamala. I listened to Tupac and Biggie before they even brought their album out when I was in college. That lying ass heifer. That's another one. Okay. You have all these crazy people. The only person well, no, even Bernie is starting to say some crazy stuff about reparations. Nigga, what? Reparations? What? Anyway, so they're having infighting within the Democratic Party. It's not over, not by a long shot, but that infighting has nothing to do with black folks. Nothing to do with black folks. And the Republicans are so hated and so despised that I wouldn't be surprised if 2020 has the biggest sit out voting on both sides in voting history. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of whites, blacks, Hispanics, Asians, all of them just say, I'm going to sit this one out. I wouldn't be surprised if there's the lowest voter turnout for 2020 in U.S. history. I wouldn't be surprised. So now you have a lot of people calling her out. So these are a couple of people, just three of many I'm actually showing you guys. So then you have Gabrielle says, oh snap, I'm trending, so why not post a commercial? Fact, you haven't condemned this act of terrorism yet. It's true. She spent hours and hours promoting herself and just laughing and shit. Then, and I found this one. This is by a black guy. This is funny. By the way, a black guy. This is not a white racist liberal. This is not a white racist liberal. He says, well, Candace Owens, how's it feel to be such an inspiration? Funny, you say you're not a bigot. I say I'm not a bigot, but only one of us ended up name dropped in a mass shooting terrorist manifesto as an inspiration. Hashtag New Zealand shooting. Hashtag who radicalized him. Here's another one. Yeah, you weren't directly named in any of those like you were in this killer's manifesto. I know you're too stupid to understand the difference, but awesome, you haven't once showed any empathy for the victims, you narcissistic asshole. Yeah, she's very narcissistic.
All right.
I thought the optics were bad when Hotep Jesus was banned from the black event at the White House. These optics could end with Prager dropping her show.
No.
The Republicans have lots of splaining to do now thanks to her. Good.
Prager are owned by Jewish people who are cowards. I love the Jews. I defend them. But these people do not know how to fight, and they don't stand up for themselves. And Prager, who I've lost all kind of respect for now. I don't have any respect for Prager University. They like to tell half-truths when it comes to blacks in the Republican Party. Candace is a symbol for whites to show how not racist they are. And I don't see them dropping her show. I do see her show declining in ratings. The show is boring as hell. She has nothing. Has no charisma. She's not funny. There's nothing to her. Right now, she's like a novelty for white racists to say, "Ooh, look, I just watched a black woman. I'm not racist. See, niggers, I'm not racist." But I could be proven wrong. I don't think so, though. I don't think Prager's going to drop her. Even because they got her on board with the whole Hitler comment. But you have a lot of self-hating Jews out there. You know what I'm saying? That's facts. That's just facts. So anyway, so finally she does a statement, yeah? 20 hours later. Now let me just show you how she is a narcissistic bitch. Okay, I'm not going to read all this. You can go to her. You can go to her Twitter page and say this, and then I'll take some questions, and I'm gonna just end it. Yeah, I'm gonna end it. 20 hours it took Candace, where it took PewDiePie just an hour or two once the manifesto. Actually, I think it only took an hour once the video was released. And once the manifesto was released as well, it took PewDiePie an hour to respond about how much he was sickened by this person mentioning his name, how his heart goes out to the victims and their family. It took this bitch 20 hours for her PR person to say, okay, Candace, this is what we're going to do, sweetie. We're going to have you do an interview with the newspaper. I think it's the Business Insider. And we're going to have you do an apology and a sympathetic thing into the Business Insider. She doesn't do a direct sympathetic condolences tweet. What she did, because it's got to be about her. She got to promote herself. So she does an interview promoting Blexit, promoting her fucking boring ass show on Prager, promoting her Twitter handle, okay, promoting her tours, and then she puts up this shit in the article, okay? So she does all this self-promoting in the Business Insider. Then she cuts out the section where she says what had happened with the Christchurch, New Zealand is a tragedy, and I echo the sentiment of all the Americans in wishing love and healing for all those impacted. She didn't tweet this. She's a piece of work. She used this as a way to promote her shit by saying, I gave an exclusive interview to the Business Insider, because before this tweet, she tweeted out the article where she did that exclusive interview with Business Insider. She went to the article online, screenshot the part where she gave a half-ass apology, and then she tweeted that out. If you don't see what kind of fucked up bitch Candace Owens is by now, you'll never see it, because you are just as fucked up. I think that's it. Yeah. All right. So, that's all I got to say.
All right.
Prager lost me long before they brought her on board. That just sealed the coffin. Tree, I love ya, girl. Can't wait to have a lunch in Texas with ya.
I know,
or come
girl.
chill on my boat.
You got your boat already? You got your boat already, girl? For real? All right. Hold on, guys. Let me, okay. That's awesome. Okay. So let me pull up the chat. I am going to just look at the chat. I want to say thank you to my mods. I wasn't watching the chat because I was doing a presentation, and that's usually the case. So I want to thank my mods for the hard work. I know you guys dealt with a lot of Candace white racist supporters and the Nazis. The Nazis love this channel because of the people I have interviewed and had debates with. So it's like flies to shit when it comes to this channel. You know what I'm saying? They saw who I debated the JQ with, and these inbreds think I'm on their side. I hate these people. I hate them. I don't have nothing to do with them. They're cancer, AIDS, hashtag all of them. But they're fascinated with me. They're always fascinated with black conservative women who are in some kind of decent shape or whatever. Because they don't like all black women. But for some reason, they like the aggressive one. They like me because I hate them. And they got that fucking submissive tendency. And then, like I said, they like Candace because Candace attacked black folks. And you would think that a person who hates you, if somebody hates me, I would stay away from them. I wouldn't go to their fucking chat. No, not these white nationalist inbreds in there, and the white racists who support Candace. They're trying to make me, because they see I am aggressive. They see I'm very. First of all, I know how to present my facts. I am very good with research, and they trying to get me on their side, not realizing I hate their guts to the core. And therefore I'm independent. So, okay. But I want to say thank you, mods. Thank you so much. I am going to go ahead and sign off. And yeah, I just want to say that all to the black people. I know you guys don't like me. When I say black, the black community on the left or the independents, I'm okay with that. We understand. You and I have an understanding. I don't fuck with y'all. Y'all don't fuck with me. But you understand, I don't have no hidden agenda when it comes to you all. What I am showing you is that the right side is just as fucked up as the left. And I believe all races, but particularly blacks, need to have a third party. We should not have this two-party system. We need to have a third party or a fourth party. I know we have another party. We have the Green Party. But we need a party that's effective, that is going to be a force to be reckoned with. I'm not joining no fucking Green Party. So I do believe we need to have more parties, and I do believe I see it coming to where we don't have to depend on the Republicans and the Democrats, who are basically the same, just the opposite side of the same coin. So I'm just encouraging you all to, hey, let's have a discussion. And like I said, next Saturday, if nothing happens, we'll have our independent blacks, the blacks who are independent, have a nice Google Hangout. If you would like to participate, let me know and give me an email. If you have a question for me, okay, then send me an email. All right, there, taters. I am going to leave now. So I am going to go. Thank you all for showing up. I appreciate you so much. And yeah, I got a lot of work to do tomorrow. So with that being said, you all take care, and I'll see you next time. Later, taters.